there is the booster down there burning up in the atmosphere in the bottom right. We do have heating effects here. This might not end well. Hello, welcome to Space Xbox. I am Uncle Mike, and this is the second video of Mission 2, which is our flight and debrief video. So the contract that we have for this is we need to escape the atmosphere and to get into space. We have built our Phoenix Beta Mark 1, which should get us there. And so we are go for launch. Let us take this vehicle onto the launch pad. Let's see if we can escape the atmosphere and get into space around Kerbal, which is at least 70 kilometers above the surface. All right, so here is our vehicle. It is positioned right to put Valentina. Oh, that is a problem here. We need to recover our vehicle because we have the wrong Kerbal in the front seat. This is not who is slated for this flight. Who is slated for this flight is Valentina. She is our chief pilot. So we need to go ahead and remove Jebediah, and we need to put Valentina into, there we go. Let's go ahead now and save the craft, and now let's put it onto the launch pad. Almost a mistake there. All right, so now we've got Valentina in the cockpit. We will confirm that on our checklist for launch. So here we go, Valentina. So here is our vehicle. I am going to play around here with the, look at this, with the camera views here on this flight. So we're going to make it look like it's like a camera really mounted on the vehicle. So it's maybe something down here like so. I mean, that looks pretty cool. All right, so here is that camera view, looking cool. So all right, so we're going to do our normal checklist that I do. I look at staging, and staging is go. We are now got a throttleable liquid fuel engine, so we are going to go to full throttle. So throttle is go. SAS is armed and go. Valentina looks ready to go in the cockpit. She is go. So we are go flight. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And ignition and lift off. There we go, looking sharp. I really like it. I like the camera view. 50 meters per second. We are now going to start our pitch program and start to pitch over onto her back. There we go, nice pitch program happening. Kind of interesting how the camera is now up. We're going to go ahead and switch the camera views to auto, zoom out so you can get the whole view. There is the mun looking nice out there. Everything is looking sharp. We forgot to do the science here though. On launch, we were going to do some barometric readings on the launch pad. I'm going to go ahead and throttle back through max Q and give her a nice ride at 1.5 Gs. I'm going to go ahead and continue the pitch program over, passing through 10 kilometers. Haven't really pitched much. We're going to need to do a little bit more aggressive pitch program here for the remainder of the flight. So, all right. Passing through 14 kilometers, 550 meters per second. Everything's looking good. She's at 2 Gs. I'm going to throttle back, give her that nice flight here. A little squirrely here. Seems like on the Xbox One, you really got to, with the sticks, you really got to fly it more, which is a lot of fun. All right, continue the pitch program. 25 kilometers in altitude, 700 meters per second. Ride looks good. Everything's looking nice here. We're going to go ahead and start now getting a little bit more aggressive in the pitch program. I think we've got plenty of velocity here. I'm going to continue the pitch program pretty heavily. We're still in atmosphere, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get that science. Yep, log that temperature up at the upper atmosphere. Yep, get that science. There we go. All right, continuing the flight. Pitching over 50 kilometers. I'm going to go ahead and throttle back. I think we've got plenty of altitude and velocity. We are definitely going to reach space, so I'm just going to go ahead now and pitch over all to put in tangential velocity here. That way her re-entry will be nice and smooth. So, all right, let's go to map view and let's actually look and see what our apoapsis, our highest point of our flight, is in 115. So we are going to definitely reach space, which we already have. We are clearly in space above that 70-kilometer mark here in our flight. So let's go ahead and do a science goo. Oh, we just got the engine. We're just adding tangential velocity. That's all we are doing here. All right, 10 science, nice there. Got another barometer over here that we can go ahead and get on the belly of the command pod. Let's go ahead and get that 8 science. There we go. All right, we are continuing just a tangential flight. What we want to do is we want to make her flight path nice and shallow here as much as we can. So we just kind of want to stretch that out. Give her a nice parabolic suborbital flight. So she's got a nice flight going here. Now we can also do a crew report here in space. Nope, not that science goo. I want to go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get a crew report up here. There we go, another 5 science. Keep that one for re-entry. All right, we're coming up. There is Miko. So main engine cutoff. Let's go ahead. We got a little bit of rotation in the vehicle, so let's go ahead and separate. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. I like that nice slow separation. That just looks really, really cool. Instead of some where it shoots off real fast. This is nice. I just like that. Just, I don't know, just gives some, I don't know, realism maybe to it. Like that going on. So, all right, so here we are up in space. Not much really to do here with Valentina in space. We've done the science. We've done the barometer reading, so the pressure reading here in space. We got that barometric reading. We've done the science goo in space. We've done the contract. We have left the atmosphere and reached space. So now comes the re-entry. So we've got some time. So probably one of the first time here in this career, we are now going to go ahead and use the time warp function. All right, so I can't do it right now because I don't have all of the maneuver nodes unlocked yet. That's in the research and development tree, I think, or it's in one of the upgrades of our buildings at the Space Center. So we will need to go ahead and just normal time warp here. I'm going to go to 10x time warp. I can also do it with the magic of video editing, but we'll go ahead and use in-game here. So now we have reached the highest point there of our flight of this parabolic suborbital flight. All right. All right, still in time warp here. We are now descending through 100 kilometers. We're going to go ahead and come out of time warp now. And so for the remainder of the flight here, now what we're going to do is we're going to need to go ahead and I'm going to save electricity here, and I'm just going to turn off SAS and use the reaction reels to slowly rotate into a retrograde position. So that way we are backwards for re-entry into the night here. So it's going to be a pretty dramatic re-entry with all of the heat effects here at night. So everything's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our resources that we have in the capsule. We're now getting some atmospheric effects, and because of the shape of the command pod, it will be aerodynamically stable with backwards like this. So SAS is off. I am now just letting the aerodynamics control the stability of the vehicle. So here we are now coming in at 2,100 meters per second, about 2,000, and here we are now. There is the booster down there burning up in the atmosphere in the bottom right. We do have heating effects here. This might not end well. We are now slowly braking here. We are now decelerating or a negative acceleration as we hit the thick part of the atmosphere, but we might lose some of our science because we are hitting some major G-forces, major heating. Ah, but it's slowly coming off. Oh, whoo-hoo. That was close there. But now we are really slowing down, coming out of major heating, passing through, coming up on 15 kilometers in acceleration. Where is our light? There's the light up on top here. We can see something. I can barely see the capsule. We are basically flying on instruments. So, all right, we are passing through 12 kilometers in altitude. Everything is looking good. The vehicle is stable. It's really hard to see there. You can see the light in the cockpit. We can actually go in the cockpit here. Here is Valentina's view in the cockpit. Passing through, coming up, looks like on 10,000 meters or 10 kilometers. Go back out of the vehicle. Here we come. All right, looking good here. We will deploy the chutes at about, somewhere below 2 kilometers here, but I can't see. Are we in the mountains or are we in the water? I can somewhat see land out there, so we're going to deploy the chutes then at 2 kilometers in altitude, because I just cannot see the ground. So 2 kilometers, chutes are deployed. Everything is looking green. We're at 1 kilometer altitude. There we go. Full canopy deployment at 750 meters. So we're going to go ahead and just descend down here. So the Phoenix Beta Mark 1 got us into space with Valentina as our pilot. So we did satisfy this contract right here. I'm going to go ahead and close off our resources and open up what we did. So we did do some milestones here on this flight. Speed records, distance, all of that looking good. I like it. And we also then satisfied this parameter, contract complete. We did escape the atmosphere. So we got 32,000 funds, 4 science, and 8 reputation just for doing that. And we also got escape the atmosphere, which was then another contract. So we got milestones and contracts. So everything is looking good there. I like it, like it, like it. All right, 400 meters. Can't really see much, but Valentina looking good. Yeah, Valentina looking good. 350 meters until touchdown. Remember, when we do touchdown, though, because we're in a new spot, we can probably do an EVA, we can do a barometric reading, and we can do another science goo. We got to remember to do all of that science, because we need the science to unlock our components in the research and development tree. And of course, we need the funds, because there's upgrades to the Space Center that we can do that can unlock then other functionality for us, especially with the maneuver node, so we can design maneuvers. We're not just speculating on the maneuver. So, all right, coming up on 100 meters. Probably going to touch down any time, though. Yep, touchdown, because we are on land. So, all right, so let's go ahead and see where we landed at. Let's go ahead and log the temperature. Oh, it's not a barometric reading. It's been a thermometer this whole time. So it was temperature readings we took. Not pressure readings, but there is 2.4 science for that. Let's go ahead and get the mystery science goo here for this here on the shores. So that's another 3 science. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and do an EVA. And what is this? What is this EVA report for, though? Is this for on the shores? Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's put her back in. And now let's go ahead and recover the vehicle. And let's do the debriefing. That will complete mission number 2 here of Space Xbox on the Xbox One. All right, so let's recover. Looking good. Man, 67 science, 257,000 funds. Woo! We are doing good. So there we go. There's everything that we were able to recover, including Valentina. So looking good, Valentina. All right, so let's go ahead now, go into the research and development center here. Let's see what we want to unlock next. So we come down here to survivability. That gives us better parachutes. Landing legs we really don't need right now, but it also gives us, it looks like, some improved heat shields. So that definitely looks like something we do. I don't really need this right now, but advanced rocketry, I don't even know what that component is right there. Oh, it's the Terrier engine, but it doesn't even show anything. It's so tiny I can't see it. That's definitely something that we could use then for orbit. All right, I think we're going to need to take advanced rocketry rather than survivability, because it looks like the capsule with its existing heat shield can survive re-entry, because that's what we just tested here on this flight. So advanced rocketry is definitely something that we need to go ahead and pick up. So we're going to go ahead and research that, and now we need to pay for the development of the components that we want. And we've only got a limited amount of components that we can do right now because our vehicle assembly building, the VAB, is low level, so we can only use a certain amount of components. So for that reason, I definitely want to get the Terrier because it has a fairly high thrust and specific impulse in space. So that could be our second stage to boost us into orbit. So we're going to go ahead and research that. There's also the larger fuel tank. So we're going to go ahead and research that too, because that will just limit our then components. So we still have 22. So what have we got here? Bigger stuff. I don't really see the need right now for tourism. We might need that, but I'm pretty sure in mission 3, we are going to do the contract to orbit Kerbal. So I don't really need the tourism stuff or the bigger components right now. I see the strut there, but I don't think so. I don't need aerodynamic stuff, nor can I unlock it because I haven't unlocked the lower trees yet. So the question is, do we want to spend 15 of our 22 science to get the barometer and the better heat shield and the better parachutes? Question. Got to debate it. Got to debate it. Do we really need that right now? Because we could get more science, unlock it. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile to get this. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. I'm going to get then the heat shield that we need for our Mark 1 capsule, which is a 1.25 meter heat shield. So I'm going to go ahead and pay to develop that. Here is the barometer. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. Now we've got drogue chutes and stuff, but we really don't have a big vehicle or anything that where we really need the bigger drogue chutes or the bigger main chute. So I don't think we need that, nor do we really need a service bay right now. We just don't have enough equipment that we're taking. We can put the barometers and stuff, but the service bay would allow us to put the science inside and better protected, because as you saw, we almost burnt up there some of our science on re-entry. But I'm gonna save that because it's cost $1,000 to do. So yep, I think that's where we're gonna leave off here with that. So now we can definitely, I think, do mission 3, get to orbit. We're gonna return to the Space Center. So that will conclude mission 2 of my crewed Kerbal space program career on the Xbox One, which I call Space Xbox. I am Uncle Mike, and I will see you in mission 3.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We're meant to be in the great outdoors.